Hello everybody, welcome to HHW's Home Kitchen, where today we're taking a very expensive and popular Mexican dish that you've ordered in the restaurants, at least in Southern California, and showing you how to make a much cheaper version at home. But to do so, you'll need to buy some $5 thin slice steaks, at least in my version. So let's get started. To start with, we're going to use these thinly sliced $5 a pound steaks. Now they're kind of the cheaper cuts, and that's how you can save on cost if you're gonna make fajitas at home. One of the great ways. If you want to go expensive ribeye, an expensive steak, be my guest. But I'm showing you how to save money and enjoy flavor. So we're just gonna slice them up in strip style. Since they're already thinly sliced, I'm gonna slice them a little wider, you might expect. And slice through all of them at once. It's time to get a marinade on these slices of steak. 1/4 cup of oil, 1/8 cup red wine vinegar, teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of fresh ground pepper, some chopped cilantro, chopped to release some flavors, 3 cloves of minced garlic, about 1/8 cup of lime juice. I'm gonna mix all that together. So now, let this marinate for about an hour, and while this is marinating, we'll go ahead and prepare the toppings. Toppings like shredded lettuce, grated cheese, sour cream, pico de gallo, which I make fresh, which you can see the recipe of if you go to my links or my website, happyhealthywife.net, and flour tortillas. No, I don't make those, I just buy those. But first, you probably want to slice up the vegetables that you're going to use to cook with your marinated meat. One whole onion. Slicing it like this works really well. 1 green bell pepper and 1 red bell pepper. Firstly, I pull out the innards. Now that you've gotten all the other ingredients ready and the condiments you're gonna put on top, now we're ready to cook. You wanna set your cast iron skillet to burn everything beyond all recognition. Get it nice and hot, put some oil in. Drop in the beef. With cast iron, always be careful, that handle is extremely hot. So make sure if you're gonna hold the handle like I am, you have some sort of hot pad on it so you can actually grab it without giving yourself 3rd-degree burns. So as we're cooking it, you're gonna see all the nice fat and juices are gonna boil out. When they're done boiling, it's time to sear the meat. So we're gonna cook all the juices out first, and we're gonna sear it nice and dark. So after thinly sliced beef has been cooking in the marinade for about 6 minutes, it's time to take the beef out and get rid of the marinade. You got your 1.5 pounds of cooked steak right here. I'm gonna put the other part of the marinade into my fat bucket, which is mostly fat anyway, which we put in the freezer and throw away all at once. If it doesn't pour out, we scrape out. Now the beef's taken care of. Set your skillet to a medium-high, sear the hell out of your vegetables, put in some oil, and let's drop in the onions and bell peppers. If you want to add salt as well, you can, but no need. Now you're not stir frying, so just let them sit and darken up. Maybe every minute or so, turn them around so that they don't get too black. And one trick you should know, you notice I didn't separate my onions before putting them in. This naturally when you cook onions over high heat, the layers will separate. Once most of the vegetables I've got this nice browning on them. Some little black. Perfectly fine. Time to reintroduce them to the meat. And marry it all those flavors together. Now, if you're at a Mexican restaurant, the rest will need to take this and put on a searing hot cast iron plate and bring it out to you as you got your sizzling fajitas. But we're at home. No need to be that fancy. Turn off the fire and let's dish it onto the plate. And now your mountain of peppery beef goodness is ready for you to chow down, as long as you made all those other condiments that go with it. So now we've got all the ingredients ready. Let's build our fajita. Gotta add some of the meat, the onion, the peppers. We're gonna add the cheese. Gonna add some lettuce, good fine crispy texture. Next, you can add some store-bought salsa or my personal pico de gallo recipe. Very good, very tasty. You can find the video on my channel, links in the description below. You can also get it from my book. Purchase at Amazon.com. Or you can go to my website, happyhealthywife.net, and find the recipe there as well. However you want to find this recipe, it is a wonderful flavor explosion waiting to happen for any of your taco type dishes that you're gonna make. And don't forget the very best in guacamole. If you watched my video, you've seen how to make the best guacamole that will not brown overnight in your refrigerator. So we're gonna add some of this. Thank you, Sao, from Epicurious, for showing me how to make this wonderful guacamole, which you can find my personal version of his recipe on my happyhealthywife.net. Alright, so now that all the gratuitous self-promotion is done, let's dig in. The best part of the video is now here, my chance to give you my impressions of this delectable homemade fajita. Oh yeah. That well-seasoned beef, married with a little bit of cheese, a little lettuce, the fresh and very fresh tasting pico de gallo, adds a nice refrigerated feeling to it. And that guacamole, you've got to try that guacamole, it is really good. This is better than you're gonna get at any restaurant, and you can make it at home for much cheaper. And if you still want to know how to make this guacamole that I made, you can watch this video right over here.